So, I wanted to make a video on recent police activity, and it just really showing how incompetent it really is. Like, I think police are a necessary position. You need to enforce laws somehow, but maybe like actually invest in training a little bit more and actually get the right people for the job. Because we just have so many police that are just not fit for this job. They react too quickly, or they just don't think. They reach for the gun first rather than the less lethal options of like a taser, pepper spray, mace. There's many options if you don't want to literally kill them. But what they do, they just hover their hand over their pistol even no matter the situation. It's like if they just need a fucking quick draw, like it's Red Dead Redemption 2. Like, you're not a fucking cowboy, you are a goddamn law enforcement officer. You don't see fucking movement and just like, alright, open fire now. It's not a goddamn FPS. But the reason I'm talking about this is because recently a family had their dog shot. And if you don't want to see the clip, just skip it. I'll have a timestamp in the description of this video. So, it'll play now.
Get back! Get back! Get me a bunch of cars out here. We got a bunch of people coming out. Get back!
You stupid fuck! You killed my dog!
Get back!
Why did you do it?
Yeah,
I'm
get
suing
back.
you.
Okay, your dog charged me. Get back.
You fucker! No, all these people seen that. That dog is harmless.
Okay. Get, ma'am.
No,
I need
I'm
you to get
not.
back. Ma'am, I need you to get
fucker.
back.
You killed my fucking
Oh my God! We're
I'm suing you. I want your name. I want your badge. Everything.
Palmer,
Oh my God,
101.
why couldn't you let her
Done with
Everybody
you,
get
stupid
back.
son of a bitch.
Everybody get back. Get back. Everybody get back.
Don't walk
Get back. Get back. Do not touch. Get back. Get back. Everybody get back. Everybody get back. Okay, I appreciate it. Get back. Get back. Get back. Everybody get back.
So get back.
Everybody get back. Get back.
You're a bitch. I ain't a bitch. Like you a bitch. I got you.
Get back. Everybody get back. I appreciate it. Everybody get back.
I got bond money.
What you talking about?
It's a public sidewalk.
Don't touch me.
I got you on camera.
I
I'm
appreciate
filing a lawsuit on your ass.
Okay.
And I think in the video you can see it's pretty despicable. Essentially, what happens is is their dog so 4th of July happened, fireworks happened, and animals tend to get a little excited. They get fucking scared. I mean, it's big boom. I don't like fucking fireworks like after 4th of July. It's just fucking annoying, or before 4th of July. It's just really goddamn annoying. But like the dogs, I mean, they have little fucking dog brains. How are they supposed to know like what that is? To them, the fucking sky is exploding. So they get all riled up. The first dog slowly approaches the officer and he doesn't open fire, but the second dog runs at them. And golden retrievers tend to do this. They're a very high energy animal. Like, they're very playful. Had its tail up, wasn't bearing teeth. I understand that the officer didn't want to get bit. I completely agree that it was fine for him to take an action, just not shooting it. You don't need to shoot a dog to stop it. You have pepper spray, you have a taser, and you have mace. Maybe you don't have all of them on you, but you should at least have one of them. If you don't have pepper spray, or you need at least a taser. If you don't even have at least a taser, that shows just how incompetent you are as a police officer. Why do you hover your hand over your gun rather than your taser? Why even hover your hand over your weapon? It's not necessary. Unless, I guess, you're planning to just fucking go full-on cowboy in the neighborhood. I think this just shows an actual just extreme level of incompetence. And it's really just fucking disappointing. And in the video, you might not be able to tell, but he actually shoots it once and it runs away, it retreats. And as it's crawling back, he shoots it 3 more times. That's just unnecessary. It's an unnecessary use of force. Why do you need to shoot a dog who is crawling away and probably is gonna die anyway because you shot it once 3 more times? Is it because you're a psychopath, maybe? Do you just hate animals? You know, because hurting an animal is, you know, one of the main indicators you're a goddamn psychopath. And I think it's very clear to me that this guy just is one, way too trigger happy. It's just excessive force to unload 3 more rounds into a damn dog. And it's also very, very clear to me that he just reacts way too quickly and has his fucking hand hovering over his gun. I'm pretty sure that's what he's doing. There's no way his quick draw is just fucking Wild Wild West. He clearly is hovering his hand over his gun. And the cops were called, but what they thought was to actually assist them in calming down the dogs. No. And I've seen this argument. I've seen multiple arguments with golden retrievers actually can be very dangerous dogs to work with. And sure, they're big. They could easily bite the fuck out of you, and they're energetic, so I could see that. If they are, wow. I mean, if they are, that's a good argument. Thing is, you don't need to shoot it. Nice, you could use pepper spray, or you could use a taser. And those wouldn't have killed the fucking animal. Pepper spray would have worked wonderfully as a goddamn big-ass snout. It would literally probably be crying for weeks, but at least there would be an excuse. That would be understandable. You know what's not understandable? Shooting it 4 times. Especially after the first time when it's crawling away. It's not wearing a police vest where it can catch a bullet or 2. And even then it probably couldn't. You don't need to use so much force on a dog. It's just embarrassing. I've also seen the argument that in public areas you have to leash your dog. And you have to leash them on unless they're on your property. To me, it seemed like the dogs were on their property. They were on their front yard until they ran to the sidewalk. I don't know if that's nitpicky, but that was their property until the dogs left it. Unless you want them to teleport the leash right on them. I don't really know what you want, Chief. They didn't want the dogs to run away. They were just having trouble calming them down. So I don't understand the argument at all. And you can see the entire neighborhood block pretty much gets on them, rightfully deserved. Like, why are you guarding the dog's body? One, I don't think it was savable after the 3 shots, but it might have been savable after the 1 shot, because it was still moving. And it was still moving after the 3 shots, but that stopped pretty soon. And they've put the officer on leave for now. So, that's great. I really hope he gets fired. I don't think he needs to be working as a police officer, but if he gets fired, what he'll most likely do is just go to another county and work as a police officer. It's really easy to just go to another county and just become a police officer again. They don't really care. I know a decent bit about officers because my family, my mom and dad work really close with them. And they don't have the best stories because they're public defenders. And then I wanted to talk about another thing. I'm not going to pull up the clip, but essentially, this is just a quick snippet. Essentially, a man was arrested. Not arrested. He was pounced on. Actually, he was arrested. A man was arrested for buying a meal for $2 and trying to leave the store, and officers pounced on him. Like, what the hell? It was so uncalled for, too. He wasn't running. He was walking out, and then he gets pounced on. I don't know why. I don't know if it was racially motivated. I couldn't tell the guy's race. But it was really just bad. And I think it's funny because people are saying that $2 meal is becoming $200,000 profit. And I pretty much agree. It's actually crazy how much suing the city and these officers will get you. It gets a lot of money because the city has a lot of money to offer up, and two, it's just really wrong to get beat because it's not a very pleasant experience. You get roughed up pretty badly. But that's all I really wanted to talk about it. If you made it this far, sorry if it's like really repetitive. I just wanted to make this video quick because, you know, a million other people are gonna make a fucking video on it. So if you got to this far, please like, subscribe. If you don't want your testicles to explode, especially subscribe. And if you do, subscribe. So thanks.